Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, campers. Look, everybody's on 8:50 this morning, or most are on. That's amazing. Guess I'm a little late getting on. I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry. We'll get going here in a few minutes. Probably going to be in that 436.11 for the put today. Maybe pre-market highs here at 434.97. Somewhere around this area. It's the pivot. Start in there. Take it up into here. This will be the upper level. I'm just looking at it because I got it on the screen, guys. We'll get going here in a sec. hate it when you can't see the chart. It agitates me. So this is the low. Pre-market low is here. It's going to be a nice pivot zone. Like if we break under this, I'd be watching. I'm probably going to be watching for this type of move here, like this. Whoop, jeez. Be nice if I could draw straight. Go like this, and then like this, down here like this, and then back into this level, and then I would take it short from there, I think. If we don't get a straight jam. Hopefully we get a straight jam up and we can just take it short. At least that's what it's looking like so far. Might change my mind once I go through the list, but at least SPY and Qs, that's kind of what it was looking like when I looked at it earlier. Yeah. Came into that level and bounced. You see those levels? They matter. Matter. That Q short yesterday. To watch that 35.92 for the bounce or the retest short. It's going to be another one of those plays. Let's go. Let's get cooking through the list. Y'all ready? All right. So what do we do like we do every morning? We start in SPY, in Qs, and then we'll run back through them. We're going to run back through them. And then we'll run through them at the end and see if everything lines up, right? Works out pretty well that way. All right, so we talked about SPY. We'll be watching this first level. Our secondary level is going to be here at 436.11. Which is yesterday's high. This is kind of where I went short yesterday. I like this play today, so we're watching that one pretty close. We looked at Qs. Let's just zip over to Apple, run the list, and then we'll go back and look at SPY and Qs after about 10 minutes of doing this other part. Here's Apple. These big candles make it so hard to read the charts. Apple still hasn't tested that 158.66 level. It's crazy. All right. So many damn lines, hard to see what's going on here. So our high yesterday was right in that neighborhood. Let me try to go over there and see that. All right, so our high on intraday was right here on Apple, okay? We are well down from there. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. So our high was way up here, 134.24. Get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. I think we have to watch this area right in here. Possibly the pre-market high. There's a lot of range on Apple. We're going to have to be careful with it. I expect it to come down and test this 138.24 from where it is. I think it's going to magnet in there. Well, after hours candle right there up to 140.30.24. So this would be a first level. This would be our second put level. So we watch the market, what's happening. I'm not so sure I like this on the jam. If it jams through, I'd want to see about 30 cents above. So like 140, 180s, 90s. I may start in short. The problem is it's a pretty good distance up to that 143.24 level. We could just wait for it to get there. Big range days are tough, okay? This 143.24 is also the little short-term downtrend test, right? That we had put on. It popped out but then sucked back in, so interesting on Apple. Apple's pretty tough today, okay? AMD broke out the downtrend and it's sliding. Needs some help from the market. If the market comes up, AMD could really get its shit together. I would watch AMD, the 104.48 for the bounce, which is going to be the 9. It's bouncing the 9. See the 9? Higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. Whoops. Got a little bit of an uptrend right here. Remember, short-term trend trumps long-term trend, so that would put us almost right where that candle is, right here. The low right here, probably. Yeah. And then the 9's at 104.48, so I just let it come into 104.48. Watch that for a bounce. If it gets under there, which it's hitting it right now almost, coming down, get rid of this. 106.07 for the short. Can watch that up there for the short. And then the long 104.48 down here. I'm not sure I really like this long, but I would risk it because it's bouncing the 9 in an uptrend pattern. It broke the downtrend, right? Downtrend broke the pattern, might get a nice pop off that level if we get a little help from the market. Okay. Moving on, Amazon. Jason, you can send me messages into the Zoom too. You know that, right? I sent you a message on Zoom. Like if you look up at the top of the Zoom screen, it has a little thing that says I sent you a message. You see it? So Amazon, let's take a look here. Amazon had a pretty big gap up. Pretty big gap up. So jumped up and then now we've bounced and come back down off of previous open. So I'll be watching for the shorts today. That's just kind of what I'm looking for. Try not to be too short biased, but it's looking like we're going to come down so far. The close is down here. What was the close? Hold on. 32.47. 32.47's right here. This is the close. So we're going to mark this. That was exactly the close. Get rid of that old close. Well, I can leave that on. Let's make it darker. All right. A lot of stuff I look at here. So as we see, we know that Amazon likes to bounce the close. That's where it's at right now. So if it gets underneath and comes back in and then heads south, we're probably coming down. Okay. Boeing came into that level, bounced, and then finally broke through, but the market was selling off. Very typical. I'd stay away from this one today. Baba. Nothing there. Well, who missed that trade yesterday? Who missed this perfect trade on Carnival? Dang. What time was that? 10:26. Nobody saw it come in for the bounce. That was a nice move. It was a good trade on Carnival there. Coinbase. It's at the 9. Should bounce. There's a few things sitting on the 9, hovering. AMD, coin. We'll see what it does there at the 9. Disney. Looks like it's going to crap the bed. Coming into their slow season too, after all the COVID garbage. I just don't want to mess with it. I'll look at Facebook. Facebook bounced to 200. We talked about that yesterday morning. Said it might run down and bounce to 200. Sure did. It bounced to 200. Look at that shit. Wasn't even watching it close enough. My bad. Yeah, the move on Carnival yesterday was perfect. Came right in. Today, you could take that same 23.79 if it comes in there, into the uptrend, right? The uptrend's about 24, it looks like. 23.98, 24, somewhere in there. Right here. So you could take that for a long test at 24. It's trying to hold that uptrend. So it did dip through, but it sucked back up. You got that? Okay. Facebook, we can watch for a retest of that 317.14. We can also watch for the short from, I'm not so sure I like that 326.58. It's the pivot. Yeah, we can watch that spot. It's probably a little better up here at 320. Well, let me see here. Not that high. Where would that be? About right here. Where does that put us? 333. Candle up to 336. I think it has to retest this before it can come back up, unless the market really bounces up this morning, but we'll see that coming. I expect Facebook to come down here to 306.29. I put this candle on way back here somewhere. Like before this little run up, they knew this was coming, this tank and all that bullshit with Facebook. They knew it was coming. So we'll watch this short in this area, pre-market highs up to that 326.58, which is like 60 cents. It's the bottom of these candles. We can watch this pre-market high as well, somewhere in there. Get rid of this one. But the market's got to be coming down, right? We're going to be looking for like a double top. I might want a little confirmation on this thing in case it tries to squeeze, but all right. Choppy day. Choppy days are tougher. Google with a monster candle. How's that about? Google's lows here. This was Google's low yesterday. It broke through and jammed down. This is why I went short. Remember yesterday morning when it broke this low, I was like, okay, I'm going to take it short because it was selling off so hard. I figured it would drag the market down, and it did, right? Got to be looking across. You can't just hyper focus on one thing. You got to look across the board and let the board tell you what's going on. The board is not usually wrong. The open right here is kind of an interesting point. This is a pretty stiff support area if you look across the board going back. So we're just going to put a box here so we know what the pre-market high and low on Google are. And then I watch this out of my peripheral to see what's happening with Google. Gives me an idea what to do with SPY or any other stocks. If this starts to break out and run, well, most likely everything else is going to start coming up too. So same, Amazon and Google. It doesn't have to, but like this is why I caught that short yesterday. Okay. All right. Intel. What a nasty move. Look, see where I want to take Intel short up here? It was perfect. Bam, and just came all the way down to this level. Now, did it bounce coming in? Sure did. Broke down a little bit, then sucked back up into the 52, 56, and looks like it's headed south. So we can watch that pre-market high for a short here. 52.76 on Intel. Yesterday's low is here. So it's bouncing yesterday's low. I'm going to watch this. So I see what's happening. And then, of course, we have the big market maker candles down. Big candle down to 50.40. It's kind of sneaky. You got to zoom in to see it. See it right there to 50.40. I think we'll get a little pop, and then it's going to dump. That's what it looks like so far. So I'd love for it to pop up into this range. Up above this, I'd probably start in on Intel around 52, 56 for the short. It looks pretty good right there, so I'm going to write that one down. I kind of like that play today. All right. Be watching 52, 56. Remember, it's got to come up a little bit. Hey, Jason, you see that Lockheed Martin? It's only 2 months late. Disgusting. Nothing Moderna. Microsoft's got a candle up to 312.62 again, breaking over highs. You see that? That's interesting. That's interesting. Are we going to jam down to this 285 before we go up, or are we going to go up from here? We didn't test the lower ones. We tested the mid-range. So we're going to go up here and then fall down and then go back up. I'm trying to figure that out. Can watch that 292.12 for a long. Down here, this is the 9. You can see the 9s hanging down to this gap. You can watch that gap fill for a bounce coming into the 9. See the 9 lines right up in that 292.61. We can watch this area for a bounce, guys, but I'm not going to give it like 10 cents under this. Like 292 even, I'll be all out, okay? If I take this long down here, this is the first one I kind of like for a long today. And the short would be that same 296.80. I don't think I could touch it before there. Right? The tip of this is within our standard risk. Well, it's just a little outside. It's like $1.30. So we can take that up to that point there, just below that 298.41. So we can take it short here at 296.80, and if it squeezes out, then it squeezes out. Now, if we get a first pop up, now if we jam straight down out of the gate and we can't get a short, we'd be doing that, looking for that retest short, right? So if the market opens and we jam like this, right, and it pulls up, does a little bounce, and then sucks down like this, when it pulls back up into this range, that's where we'd take it short here. Okay? So tentatively, that's kind of what I'm looking for. We'll see. Okay? MU, the retest of that 67.79 for the short. Here. Told you MU was going to fall off the cliff yesterday. God damn it. I didn't catch that one either. I go back and I remember talking about them, looking at my list. I think I had Nvidia, MU, and Apple. I ended up shorting the hell out of SPY. All right. Pre-market highs, guys, here. Start in. Start in maybe a quarter position. If you're doing a couple contracts, start it with one contract, add a couple if it runs up there. Add some more on a lower high. If you're in a winning trade, you can add to your trade on a lower high. Look to buy some more, sell and buy some more, then try to catch the bigger part of the move. 67.40 MU. I think I have MU on my other screen already. Yeah. I'm going to watch the retest of that 67.40 up to 67.79. Okay? So those are our two levels. All right? That's where we're looking to get short. There is no long. We're in no man's land down here. There is no long. Okay? Is no long. There's nothing here. Nothing. Nothing. Maybe down here, 64.52. Could get a consolidation day today, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Netflix. I'm not touching Netflix up here. I'll leave it alone. Nvidia's into a pretty good short zone. Pre-market high is just above that pivot. All right, so Nvidia, for the short on Nvidia, use caution, right? I'm going to be very interested in what happens with Nvidia here. If Nvidia has any type of strength, it's going to pop out of this 208.93, and then I'll probably wait for the up here around this 210.75. I'm not sure I would tag that level there. I think I'm just going to take this one out completely. We're going to watch this area right here. 210.65. Okay? We're going to watch that. We'll watch this first and then watch it for the short, and we can watch the bounce. If it's going to bounce, it's going to be right here. You see, you have to look close. This right here, this low, got broke just barely right there. What's that tell you? It's weak. It's going to suck up and then So I'll be watching Nvidia again today. I'm very cautious with Nvidia. It's got to really be setting up right, coming in properly, the market's moving the proper direction, because Nvidia really can move it. Okay, you can go down 30% on your trade in a hot second if you're not very, very cautious. PayPal, nothing. Q's still hanging around pre-market highs, which makes me think, I mean, the 9 is sitting right at the highs, guys. 9 is right here. See it? It's right there. So we might get a little pop here. We can watch this pivot zone. See that spiked into that 360.43. The first test of that level will probably work if it pops through here. It's kind of hard to execute a short when we're only, what are we, 50 cents away? I'd like to see it down here around VWAP at the open and then come up. I would take it. If it's sitting up in here, I can't really take it. I'd have to wait for it to come up to this level. And then see what and see if I still want to go short. I may flip long. You don't know. Okay? SPY. Same information on SPY, guys. Same information. If it pops through, it's going to come up to this 36.11. This is the main short level up here. 436.21, 436.11 right here. Okay? Top of yesterday's range. That's where we're looking to get short. Possibly this 435.09. Possibly. Okay? But if we get a short today, if it moves down today, I think it's going to be a pretty fast move. It fought yesterday, and then it finally failed. So if it starts to fail today, I think people will just get out of the way. Square nothing. Tesla. Look at Tesla go. God damn you, Tesla. I knew I should have took it Tesla back here. I knew it. Tesla's going to the moon again. I put this candle on Tesla, this line, 937.88, back here somewhere. Back April, May, right in this dip, into these light blue lines, and then it jammed right back up. Now it's headed back up here to 937.88, looks like. Twitter trash, UPS nothing. Let me get rid of UPS. I don't need UPS on my chart. VIX, junk. Wish. Oh, Wish is trying. Hanging around that $5. Got a little higher low there on the daily, Chris. You'd like to see this hold this trend. All right, guys. That's it. Intel, MU, Nvidia, SPY, Qs. Those are my main watches. I'm not so sure I'm crazy about Apple. Well, looky who broke out early. Looky who broke out early. Google just broke pre-market highs. SPY's running up. Qs were almost there. See? Facebook as well. I figured Facebook, if they popped, it would pop too. Apple. Amazon broke over the open. Very interesting. Well, it's going to be the wild, wild west today. We might want some confirmations, lower highs, double tops, to really get in a full position. Got about 5 minutes, guys. I have my trade brokerage open already. I was looking at some stuff earlier. Questions? Questions? Anybody got questions? That 141.51 retest of Apple should be a short, but it might run up into yesterday's high, 142.36 roughly. It's interesting. If it gets over this, it's coming here at least 143.05. I'll take it short there if it gets there. The long yesterday came into my level at 141.20 almost and bounced and then came up, poked out just a little bit on that 141. Somebody I know was in the trade right here and got out. All right. Amazon, big candle. Watch that pre-market high here. Let me change the color of this.
Just broke out.
Yeah, I see it. Q's broke. Getting close to the open. So the secondary levels are going to apply. Nvidia broke out. Got about a minute to the open. We gonna make that big of a run today? Look at this candle up to 146 on Apple. Maybe I'll look for a long. We might switch long here and look for a dip back into the open. Depends what happens over here. Google broke out a little bit, but it's not strong. Amazon hasn't broken the pre-market high yet. I hate taking longs at the top. Five seconds. Trade. Get everything ready. Be ready. There we go. grab some. I'm not going to tell you what I grabbed, but I grabbed something. I longed Apple. Just took an ad at 174. 140 calls. We'll see. Could come all the way down. Easily come down here. But she's coming up. There we go. There's that breakout I expected. Boom. 197. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. There goes Q's. Come on. There goes Nvidia. Google. Come on, Apple. Don't be a fucking dog. SPY broke out. Barely. Poked through. This is a dangerous play, what I'm doing. It's gonna stop me out. Didn't stop me out, came close. I closed out of my Apple. I only made a very little bit on that bounce. I don't like what SPY's doing and Q's are doing right now. Everything's tanking. Maybe we're going to get a bounce off VWAP. No, Amazon's under. Knew I should have just shorted this shit, but it's hard. You can't take this level when other things are breaking out. The little call on SPY may be good here, but everything else is jamming down. Made a very little bit on that. I'm going to watch Apple for the bounce right here. It may bounce right where it is. Let me grab some there just in case. Filled me 148. 140 calls. Let's see if we're going to get that bounce. SPY bounced on the VWAP. Amazon broke back over. Apple's very doggish. There she goes. Up 10, 12. Took a little profit there, just in case it sucks back. Filled me at 163. That's not bad. Let's go, Brandon. That's funny. Amazon's on a push. If it breaks through, we should come up. There we go. Come on, Apple. Come on, Apple. There we go. Take a little profit into VWAP. Filled me at 172. Bought in $1.48 right here. The 140 calls. You see how they made it look like it was going to go short. Now we're starting to rip. We'll see. See if it can hold it. Not real confident. There goes Amazon. That should give Apple a little kick. There goes Google. Raising my stop on Apple. My stop's up to $1.60. If it stops me out, I'm in profit already. I've got a good trade going. Not going to give it back. Don't you stop me out, you son of a bitch. There we go. Q's is coming into that secondary short zone, so let's be careful here. SPY's having trouble at 435, but Amazon's trying to push. I peeled a little more off on that push right there into this bounce. Google's still squeezing. Come on, don't stop me out, damn it. Stopped. Am I stopped? I should be right now. Oh, I can't believe it didn't take me out. Oh, now I'm out. All right, I just stopped out on Apple. I'm going to watch to buy here again. That's that short on that secondary level on Q's. Bought some more Apple. Stopped out at $1.60 and got refilled at $1.50. I'm already up $12. Buy it on the push. And my stop's going to be right here at the bottom, right? I'll risk $4 or $5 a contract, if that. It's in a downtrend. Yes, I know this. Well, I'm going to get ready to close this thing. It's got to go up, not down. First directional pick was up, guys, so be careful. We might flip and go short here. I'm getting out of this. I'm thinking about closing this Apple. It's holding right here at the open, but I think I'm going to close it. I'm on the edge whether I'm going to close it or not. Looking across the board, everything's coming. MU short from 67.40 is working. Come on, Apple. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. We broke that downtrend. Come on. Come on. See, I get wish-washy too sometimes, but my stop was right here, right? And I wanted to know what we were doing. Let me take a little off there just in case it bounces back. It was a quick $13 a contract I made right here. We'll see if we're going to get any continuation. Stop out's $1.51. SPY's having trouble right here. The long from VWAP may have been a good play like I talked about earlier. That was definitely a good move to catch a little trade. SPY's starting to get some strength. Here comes Apple. Come on now. There we go. There we go. That's what I needed. Come on. Come on, Apple. Come on. Come on. I get too excited. Take a little profit right there. Filled me $1.74. That was a good fill. Be cautious. Remember, we're into the short zone and I'm long, right? Caution, caution. I'm looking, I'm watching across the board. Nvidia's in a downtrend at the moment. Big volume on SPY last candle. Bigger than the opening candle. Set a stop on SPY to stop me out at $1.60. Not sure what's going to happen here. I might watch SPY for the long from VWAP if it jams in there. Come on, damn it. $434 calls. I'm watching them. Broke through. Apple's going to stop me out. Stopped out Apple. Watching the 435 puts at the moment. I flipped short. Fell to 148. We'll see. That's what it looks like. This big volume candle makes me think we're going down, not up. Could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Nvidia's coming down. There we go. There we go. Take some profit. Boom. Flip short at VWAP. I almost went long right here, and I looked across the charts and said, no, we're going short. So I flipped short. We're up. Up 25 a contract right now on SPY. 435 shorts. I took a big hit short right here, so hopefully it works. Once again, we're going to watch this bounces down here at the bottom. We're going to have to contend with this. We got a long way for SPY to come, so hopefully she can run all the way down here to 433. We're at the 200. Peel off. My stop's 151 on the 435 puts on SPY. God damn it. Don't stop me out. Could easily pull back into this 435.09 area, guys. Don't chase it. Watch Amazon right here. What's Amazon doing? Come on, get under the 200 SPY. Paying very close attention to what's going on. Nvidia broke it, popped through its downtrend just now. So wish-washy. Look at that wish-washiness. Come on, SPY. Come on, just let loose. Let loose. Fucking sitting on the edge of my chair. A lot of contracts. There goes Apple breaking lows. Come on. MU is perfect off 67.40. Chris, I hope you caught it. There we go. There's that move. Took some profit there. Filled me at $1.82. Not perfect, but okay. Listen, when that dips, I execute as it's pushing. I don't like that Amazon's trying to hold up at these highs. My stop's still 151. My remaining contracts. I'm getting ready to close all these. If Amazon breaks that 32.79.80, I'm going to close this short. And I'm going to hang out. Come on. Going to consolidate and burn premium. It's early for that. We should get another move down at least to here. 433 is my target on my contracts. Come on. Had to sit back in my chair. I'm too excited. There we go. Come on now. Come on. Come on, let loose. Now we're on the south side of the 200. I didn't take any profit there. I probably should have. I want to catch that big dump candle. I think I'm going to make 30 a contract if it comes. There she comes. Filled me 188. That's kind of shitty, actually. Went all the way to 196. I took it a little fast. There we go. Come on. Give me a good fill, baby. Booyah! 202. That was a good fill. 202 was a good fill. There's that big candle, boys. It's that big candle right there. Raising my stop up. Now I move my stop to $1.75 on my remaining contracts. What is that? Amazon's got to be red here. Let me look at this. Sometimes I switch over to hiking a sheet to see what's going on. Still pushing south. There we go. There we go. Now Google broke lows. Here we go, baby. See how I was long Apple and I flipped short when I saw it start to roll over? I should have took the short right out of the gate, but I still caught it good. Woo, baby! Woohoo! 225. 25 from $100 contract. Chase has got a smile on his face. Move my stop up to $2. Watch that bounce right here at 433. Within 20 cents, it could bounce and run. It needs Amazon to get under this level to break it. It's got to get under here. Google broke its lows heading down to the open. So hopefully Amazon's going to continue and SPY's going to crap the bed. I still have 40 contracts left. Come on. Peel them more off. Just took 10 more contracts off. Stop still $2. It doesn't get any better than that, guys. It doesn't get any better than this. You can't call those shorts any better than that. Booyah! 100 a contract. Over 100. I got filled 254 on that push. I executed just as it was coming in for that suck up. I clicked it just as it was pushing in because I thought it would suck up right there. Amazon's got to get under this, or this is just going to hit your bounce, go right straight back up. Man, I'm glad I didn't take that long right there. Caught myself. See, it's trying to hold that open. I thought it might, and Amazon's just kind of wish-washy. I'll raise my stop up to $2.20. There's that bounce. See? Got to take profit at those zones. $4 from stopping out. 3, 2. Pulled back. Boy, that almost stopped me out. I can get out to about right here and I'll be stopped out. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it didn't stop me out. May come all the way to 432, may come all the way down. I'm trying to hold on to these contracts. I really don't want it to stop me out. That was close though. Mahaffey, did you get stopped out or did you have just enough?
I got stopped out.
Did you have it too tight? I had mine at like 30. You moved it to 20. That's why you got stopped out, right?
I haven't really doing very good because I got stopped out.
Gotcha. All right. Woo! Woo! Come on. 257. Took a little more profit right there. Guys, I got 10 contracts left. Moving my stop up. I think I'll give it back to $2.50. Let me see. What is that going to be? $2.50 is my stop on my remaining 10 contracts. And I'm just going to let them ride. I don't care where it goes. If we really get the tank, I'll have 10 contracts. I can make a couple $1,000 unless it stops me out right here. Didn't. Can easily bounce at this 432.39. Amazon's trying to hold this. It's trying to hold it. Hold on. All right. I'm about to be done here, guys. I'm about to just take this off. Got 10 contracts left. If Amazon breaks under that 32.66, it should keep coming. What's Google doing? Hold on. Google just broke its low. Nvidia is still in the downtrend. MU is a beautiful trade. Intel, top to bottom. Intel's at a bounce zone at 52.03. Did that stop me out? So close. I'm out. Stop me out, guys. See, it bounced. Doesn't mean that it's going to continue. It could, though. It could easily run all the way back up, but I'm all done. All done here. YouTube, I'm all done. Big day, good day. Nice trade, top to bottom. I caught it right here. I was long Apple. I took Apple off the open, made a little money on that bounce. And then I started to see it started to roll when Qs came into this level and started to put in a lower high. I watched this. I almost went long for this bounce, and then I looked across the board. I could tell it was going to fail, or looked like it was going to, so I just took it short from VWAP. It worked out real well. Have a great day, YouTube.